When someone disrespects you, your first instinct is often to defend yourself, to speak louder, to push back, to prove your worth. But here's the paradox: the more we react, the more power we give away. The moment we let someone's behavior dictate our emotional state, we've handed them control. The real strength lies in understanding, not reacting. You see, disrespect isn't always about you. It's a reflection of how the other person feels about themselves. People project what they carry inside. Those who feel small often make others feel smaller just to cope. When we recognize this, we stop taking it personally. Instead of matching their energy, we observe it. Instead of escalating, we become curious. Why is this person acting this way? What pain or insecurity might be behind it? This shift from reaction to understanding changes everything. It's not passive, it's powerful. Because once you understand someone's behavior, you can choose your response with intention. You can decide whether to engage, to set a boundary, or to simply walk away. Understanding doesn't mean accepting mistreatment. It means refusing to let disrespect define you. It's about responding with clarity instead of chaos. The goal isn't to win an argument, it's to win your peace of mind. So, the next time someone disrespects you, don't ask, "How could they say that to me?" Ask instead, "What does this say about them?" That simple shift is where real power begins. Boundaries are not about keeping people out. They're about teaching people where you stand. Too often, we mistake silence for kindness, believing that saying nothing will keep the peace. But silence in the face of disrespect doesn't build peace, it builds permission. When we fail to define what's acceptable, we quietly train others to treat us however they choose. Setting boundaries isn't an act of aggression, it's an act of self-respect. It's saying, "I value my time, my energy, and my dignity enough to protect them." And here's the key: boundaries are not defined in anger. They're defined in clarity. Anger reacts, clarity directs. When we express our limits calmly and consistently, we remove confusion from the relationship. People don't need to guess what's okay and what's not. We show them through how we respond, not how loudly we speak. But boundaries also demand courage, because when you start to enforce them, some people will resist. They'll push back, accuse you of changing, or try to guilt you into your old patterns. That's the test, whether you'll stay firm in your truth even when it makes others uncomfortable. In the end, boundaries are not barriers, they are mirrors. They reflect the value you place on yourself. When you draw the line with confidence and compassion, you teach others that respect isn't negotiable. It's the minimum requirement for being in your presence. The real test of character isn't how we treat those who admire us. It's how we treat those who challenge us, criticize us, or disrespect us. Anyone can be kind when they're being celebrated, but true leadership, true emotional intelligence, shows up when you're under fire. When someone tests your patience or undermines your worth, that's the moment your values are on display. Responding with composure doesn't mean you're weak. It means you've mastered the art of restraint. Because strength isn't found in shouting louder. It's found in staying grounded when everything around you tries to shake your balance. When you respond to disrespect with steadiness, you communicate something far more powerful than anger ever could. That your sense of worth isn't up for debate. People will remember how you made them feel, especially when they expected conflict and found calm instead. That calm disarms hostility. It creates space for respect to grow, not through force, but through example. When you model dignity, even to those who don't offer it, you set a new standard for the interaction. This doesn't mean tolerating mistreatment. It means refusing to mirror it. The moment you choose composure over chaos, you reclaim the narrative. You stop reacting and start leading. So the next time someone tries to pull you into their storm, stay in your peace. Because when you rise above the noise, you don't just earn respect, you redefine it. Not every act of disrespect deserves your engagement. Sometimes the most powerful response is no response at all. We've been conditioned to believe that silence equals weakness, that walking away means surrender. But in truth, disengagement is a deliberate choice, a form of strength that prioritizes peace over ego. When you choose not to participate in someone else's chaos, you're not avoiding the conflict, you're rising above it. There's a kind of quiet power in refusing to be baited. Disrespect thrives on reaction. It feeds on the attention you give it. The moment you stop feeding it, it starves, and that's not indifference, that's self-discipline. It takes far more control to walk away with your dignity intact than to stay and fight for validation that will never come. This doesn't mean suppressing your feelings or pretending the offense doesn't matter. It means recognizing what's worth your time and what isn't. Not every confrontation deserves your energy, and not every person earns your explanation. Sometimes the most intelligent thing you can do is simply step back to preserve your energy for people and situations that actually contribute to your growth. Disengagement isn't about giving up. It's about choosing what matters. You don't need to win every argument or correct every misunderstanding. You just need to protect your peace. So when disrespect invites you into the noise, remember this. Silence isn't weakness, it's wisdom in motion. The people you surround yourself with shape the way you see yourself. Spend enough time with those who dismiss or belittle you, and you begin to internalize their voices as your own. Respect isn't only an individual pursuit, it's a collective environment. You can't thrive where you're constantly defending your worth. You grow where you feel seen, supported, and challenged to be better, not smaller. When you choose to keep company with people who uplift you, something powerful happens. You start to mirror their energy. Their belief in you strengthens your belief in yourself. You begin to take risks, to speak up, to show up more fully. And that's not just motivation, that's belonging. Because the right people don't compete with you, they collaborate. They don't question your value, they remind you of it. This is why it's so important to be intentional about your circle. Relationships aren't neutral. They either drain you or develop you. Ask yourself, who are the people that make me feel more grounded, more hopeful, more alive? Those are the people you invest in. Those are the people who help you rise. You don't have to cut everyone off, but you do have to choose where your energy flows. Growth doesn't happen in environments that suffocate it. So protect your space, choose your circle wisely, and remember this. When you surround yourself with those who see your light, you'll never again feel the need to prove it. Everything begins with you. Respect doesn't start in the way others treat you. It starts in the way you treat yourself. People take cues from your behavior, how you speak about yourself, how you hold yourself, how you respond when someone crosses a line. If you consistently compromise your values to keep others comfortable, you're teaching them that your comfort doesn't matter. Self-respect is not arrogance, it's alignment. It's the quiet confidence that says, I know who I am, and I won't shrink to fit into someone else's version of me. When you embody that, something shifts. The way you walk into a room changes. The tone of your voice changes. Even your silence carries weight. Because when you respect yourself, you stop seeking validation from people who can't see your worth. You no longer chase approval, you attract alignment. This doesn't mean perfection, it means consistency. Show up for yourself the same way you wish others would show up for you. Speak kindly to yourself, set boundaries and keep them. Do the work that reminds you you're worthy, because no one can maintain respect for long if they've abandoned it within. At the end of the day, the standard you hold for yourself becomes the one the world holds for you. So before you demand respect from others, give it to the person in the mirror. Because once you master that, no one can take your dignity, they can only reveal their own.